This is the Nations Cup, where the best are recruited to represent their home countries. Everything is on the line.
Still one more player left for
Which also includes a $500,000 prize pool. We're going to be showcasing FaZe Clan and their journey to this global tournament. If you're unfamiliar with the PUBG Nations Cup, something you can easily compare to is the Olympics.
World champions!
The only difference is top players are chosen by their peers to represent the regions. Only the most talented have a chance to compete at this world stage. 3 members of the FaZe team were picked for this global event. Diggory to represent Finland, Vex representing United Kingdom, and Ditz coaching for Team Canada. Normally these 3 would be working together as teammates, but now pinned against each other as enemies, and it ended up turning into a rivalry no one would have expected.
It's the PUBG Nations Cup 2022. We are back to crown ourselves yet another world champion here.
There are 4 days in total, 5 games each day, and Team Finland had an amazing start.
Diggory trying to hold it up, but it's going to be Flood that gets a knock on a page. Now, just Diggory up, fighting on one side of it, sitting at 7 kills, but no! It's going to be Australia that picks up the first round.
Taking second place game 1, and United Kingdom right behind them at third. Second game, the United Kingdom wins and takes first place overall with 34 points, but not without Finland closing in at a solid third with 19 points.
If you do good at the start of the tournament as well, like which we did, it's such a confidence boost. You play so much better, so much more aggressive.
Game 3, United Kingdom looked unstoppable, preying on their opponents and deciding to even bridge camp teams.
So we loot Milta, it's right next to the East Bridge. We had been practicing in scrims just how to camp the bridge, right? Like we do it on FaZe as well sometimes. We just decided to camp, and yeah, Korea were the first ones to come across.
3 knocks. Oh no, no Korea, not like this! Trying to make the run across, they're trying including 4, but Anonix gets him drop on a T-boat. The shots are coming out of it, United Kingdom is gonna line up and Korea is out. The blockade is successful for the United Kingdom.
They ended the game with 18 kills, sitting at 62 points with a dominant lead. Finland fell short, only getting 2 points, overall having 20 points in total. Things weren't looking good for them, but something clicked game 4 and 5.
It will very quickly be in. Nade, Brains, you said, is in. It's a good bounce. Gets it and surely gets the kill. Massive for Finland. It's the one, but unfortunately he too falls to the booker page.
I think they had 30 point leads for the last game, and someone said that we can't catch up to them. Then I just said nothing is impossible. We can just easily catch them.
And on the other side of it, King goes down. That's Guraxi. Finland get that first initial knock numbers. Then Japan holding with a good angle, and he's knocked through Guraxi. Quick double, Pain pushes through Finland and just storming through Japan. Pressure, they know it's landed. They push, they shouldn't.
Finland came for vengeance and had back-to-back wins, knocking the United Kingdom out of the #1 spot and taking it for themselves. But while Team Finland and Team UK were having an amazing rivalry between each other, Canada, on the other hand, was having some major issues.
We were warned going to Thailand by multiple sources, multiple people, that the drinking water was not good and to stay away from the ice. But it was weird because in the mall that they had the venue, the Icon Siam, they had ice. They served ice with every drink. You'd get water, they'd serve it with ice by default. So you'd have to ask no ice with your drinks, no ice with your drinks. So, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. We tried to talk about where he got it from and stuff like that, but it doesn't really matter. It's the fact that he did get it.
One member of Team Canada, Adam, got a serious case of food poisoning, and also happens to be Did's brother.
Literally after game 2 of the first day, he was vomiting in between games, running back to the stage, and then it was just like a downhill slope. By the end of the day, he was in the bathroom and he was like almost fainting. He was losing like feeling in his arms, his face, his ears. And I'm like, I gotta call someone. So I called the in-house, I guess, emergency team, and they brought him to the hospital, and I had to go with him that night. Yeah, it was bad food poisoning. It was really bad.
Adam was still out with food poisoning the next day, and no one else could step in but Dids. Keep in mind that Dids is a coach, and while he's known for having some of the best game knowledge in PUBG, when it comes to playing, it's a completely different story.
Like, yes, I know the game, yes, I'm a top level coach, but when it comes to being in game, like especially on stage like that, it's a totally different like story. It's a totally different game. It's not even PUBG at that point.
I think he's not bad, but I don't know if it's just like he gets a bit nervous or something when he has to like actually like play a real game.
Yeah, I was definitely nervous. Mindset was try not to do too much, and let the guys kind of like figure out the game plan.
Sadly, they ended the entire day with only 3 points, falling all the way down to 13th place. Finland was able to keep afloat at 3rd place. The United Kingdom were in a similar boat, struggling the whole day, but were able to turn around at the end and salvage 11 kill win, holding 2nd place.
And they don't even care. They're charging across. Flood does get one of them down, reveals his position. There you go. UK picks up another one.
Yeah, UK here with a big finish to the day.
But not without giving up 1st place to a new contender, Brazil.
Yeah, for sure. I know Brazil, they have the player Spark and he's really good, but I didn't really like expect much from the other players. So like seeing them come up to first, it was like, I was like a shock. That's pretty crazy.
Adam was able to come back and play for Team Canada, but it wasn't enough for a leaderboard climb. They weren't able to find their footing for the rest of the tournament. The United Kingdom wasn't happy with their performance the previous day, and decided to go back to the drawing board.
We just didn't know what the problem was, right? And then when we watched the games back, it was like very clear what the problem was. We were just over-rotating, right? We were just like, if there are teams in front of us, we would just try to go around rather than just going straight through them, right? So we just fixed that, and that was like pretty much it. We didn't have any other problems really.
After an extensive VOD review, they were back to make a statement, and boy they did.
Here comes the push onto it. He's laying down, waiting for it. Vietnam sent one member off to the other side, but T-Bone reads it perfectly. Put them so close to Brazil. They know that. They want to play safe. They want to play cautious.
Beautiful.
Technical, just like that. Play it easy. Get the win, and now UK has a shot at going for first.
Certainly,
Maybe
for
not.
the Michael. Massive nade. Vlad with the headshot onto Shimboy.
UK, here is your opportunity.
Now in top spot. Can they increase it? Vlad with it up down onto Niall. 4 still up for the United Kingdom. The pressure. Foregone conclusion, gentlemen. The UK #1 here.
Starting off the day with a win, and keeping a 4th placement or higher the rest of the day. Taking 1st place once again, but not without Team Brazil right behind them, with a 9-point difference.
This country is the winner.
Day 4, the final day to determine the champions. United Kingdom was sitting in 1st place, and if they just continued to play consistently, the crown was theirs. But Brazil had other things in mind.
The final day of the Nations Cup, multiple years in the making, the best here to play. And like you said, the UK and Brazil have set the stage for a big race of 5 games.
And Brazil especially, like we didn't, like at the time we didn't really like think they were that strong, so we thought it'd like be fine. Yeah, like that's what we thought, like we didn't realize how strong they were.
After game 1, Brazil and United Kingdom were neck to neck, battling for 1st place.
Brazil update for them, 4 kills inside the circle and could be pushing onto a wounded China who only has the 2 players. So again, Miramar shaping up to be a good result for Brazil, 6 points behind the United Kingdom.
Things might get a little bit more difficult. Vex trying to find some way, somehow to eke out some placement points potentially. Trying to close up as well. FP over the top.
spray's not good. The follow-through is better. Now the reinforcements have to come here for Vietnam. They're going to take this. Akelef striking from behind.
This is awful though for Brazil. With a bit of help from Vietnam as well, the Brazilians in second go out. They are still 6 points behind the United Kingdom.
Then Game 2 started.
Yeah, I remember that second game. It was like all the way north on Miramar. It was like I don't know how many kills we got, but I think it was pretty decent. Like we got 4 kills early.
All of their teams making their way to this compound. Japan have essentially just fed them 4 very easy kills. There's only 1 left standing, and not even for much longer.
And then we got a compound, which like we just knew was going to be like fed in the circle, right?
They've got great cover on the eastern side of these hills to work bottom to top, so I really like UK's chances of this.
So we were just like, oh, boys, let's just like stack in this compound and just win this game, lock it down, and then like we knew we had won then, like pretty much.
Depending on if T-Bone wants to go for the revive, they have the angles though, and it's so much pressure. Luke can't move at all. Forget the 3 Lions. It's the 4 Lions of the United Kingdom who are looking to bring it home.
And that may just be the end. The UK.
Yeah, as long as we locked that game down, like we were gonna win.
United Kingdom were able to push and take the win. Brazil started to break under pressure, and slowly allowing UK to solidify their win.
Because that tournament, it's like, you can win other tournaments and it's like, it's nice, right? But like to win PNC, it's like, I don't know, it has like a different feeling. I don't really know why. I don't know if it's because like it's for your country or whatever, but yeah, it just feels really good.
And that's the story of FaZe at the Nations Cup. Their next battle is PCS 7, and always eyeing Worlds at the end of the year.